Welcome to our hashtag One Africa campaign. I'm your host, Africa Eye. Today, we're discussing the importance of unity and cooperation among African nations. Joining me are Zeno, a renowned community development strategist, and Haile Selassie, the former emperor of Ethiopia. Welcome, gentlemen.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you for having us.
Let's dive right in. Haile Selassie, you've spoken extensively on the importance of African unity. Can you share your thoughts on how we can achieve this?
Throughout history, it has been the inaction of those who could have acted, the indifference of those who should have known better, the silence of the voice of justice when it mattered most, that has made it possible for evil to triumph.
You must take action to prevent tragedies from occurring and work together to promote understanding and peace. Peace in Africa today.
That's a powerful message, Zeno. As a community development strategist, how do you think we can apply Haile Selassie's words to our work on the ground?
I think it's essential to recognize that our strength lies in our collective efforts. We are working together as countries to address the challenges facing our continent, from poverty, inequality, conflict, and disease. We are calling for the stop in the attack of Africans. We are saying, come back home from abroad. You are welcomed at home. We have started to capture the violent organizations who are here to destroy and steal. Our punishment is very brutal that they have started to flee away.
Haile Selassie, your quote
We must become bigger than we have been, more courageous, greater in spirit, larger in outlook. We must become members of a new race, overcoming petty prejudice, owing our ultimate allegiance not to nations but to our fellow men within the human community.
It resonates deeply with many Africans. Can you elaborate on what you mean by a new race?
I mean that we must transcend our petty differences and work towards a common goal of making Africa greater. We must recognize that our diversity is a strength, not a weakness, and that our ultimate allegiance is to our fellow Africans, not to our individual nations.
Zeno, how do you think we can overcome the challenges of tribalism and nationalism, which often divide us?
I think it's essential to recognize that our diversity is a strength as Baba Chief.
Above all, we must avoid the pitfalls of tribalism. If we are divided among ourselves on tribal lines, we open our doors to foreign intervention and its potentially harmful consequences.
We are celebrating our differences and working towards a common goal to make Africa great. It is in our generation that after so many years of oppression, we have finally freed Africans from slavery. All along it was just a puzzle. Finally, we have a responsibility of ourselves. Tribes are families. There is a time for families to sit and solve their internal issues. We are now having no borders. Government is our families together.
Your quote is particularly relevant today.
History teaches us that unity is strength and cautions us to submerge and overcome our differences in the quest for common goals, to strive with all our combined strength for the path to true African brotherhood and unity.
Can you share your thoughts on how we can apply this to our current challenges?
We must learn from our history and recognize that unity is the key to our strength. We must work together to address our common challenges and strive for a better future for all Africans. South Africa should start seeing a brother in Nigeria. Burkina Faso must be able to feel protected in Egypt. Zimbabwe should be able to ask for assistance from Congo. Mozambique must be able to talk to Libya. You know what I mean?
Zeno, as we move forward, what role do you think individual efforts play in achieving African unity?
I think individual efforts are crucial. We're learning that every time. We should take responsibility for our own actions and work towards creating a better future for ourselves and for generations to come. Every family is working towards paving a great way for generations to come.
Haile Selassie, your quote under
Peace demands the united efforts of us all. Who can foresee what spark might ignite the fuse?
is a powerful reminder of the importance of peace and cooperation. Can you share your thoughts on how we can achieve peace in Africa?
We must work together to prevent conflicts and promote understanding. We must recognize that peace is not just the absence of war, but a state of being that requires effort and dedication to achieve.
Finally, Haile Selassie, your quote under
Outside the kingdom of the Lord, there is no nation which is greater than any other. God and history will remember your judgment.
A Rastafarian community believes it is a spiritual message that resonates deeply with many Africans. Can you share your thoughts on the role of spirituality in achieving African unity?
I believe that spirituality is essential to our unity and strength. We must recognize that we are all part of a larger whole and that our actions have consequences that affects us all.
Thank you, Haile Selassie, and thank you, Zeno, for joining me today on this special episode of #OneAfrica. Your insights and wisdom have been invaluable.
Thank you for having us. It's been an honor to be here.